Two things that you need both camping and at a coffee shop is music. Good speakers and good music. We're installing the Rockville home theater speakers. So before I had the hardtop, I had Rockville Wake Tower speakers, which went around the roll bar right above my head. But after the hardtop was installed, those speakers didn't fit anymore. They were way too big. So I took them out and decided that the Rockville home theater speakers would be the perfect replacement because they'll be able to fit right here on this roll bar, and they'll be able to swivel so I can put it in the Jeep while I'm driving, and I can rotate it out for a camping or a coffee setup situation. So let's open these speakers up and see what we got. So this is gonna be interesting. I don't know if anybody has put home theater speakers in their vehicle, but this is what we're rocking with. So this is one speaker right here. You can see it's pretty big, but when it's on the roll bar, it'll look like it belongs. Now to attach the speakers to the roll bar, I just have some clamps. These are dryer vent clamps, and that will clamp around this bracket and around the roll bar. And I'll still be able to rotate the speaker itself. So there they are, fully unboxed. It comes with everything you need: the speaker wire, the hardware, the knobs to adjust, and the brackets, of course. And I've had good luck with Rockville in the past. They've been really good speakers for me. Like I said, I had the roll bar speakers, which went right up there. So I'm pretty confident that these will be really nice speakers and they'll do the job. Also, really easy install. I have the wires hanging out right there from the old speakers, so they're ready to be extended and just clipped right back there. One thing I forgot is my zip ties, so it'll just be a rough install for now, and then I'll zip tie the wires after. Also, I went ahead and got some butt splice connectors, so that way I can have a good connection with the old wire to the new wire. And I brought my heat shrink as well, so I'll be double safe on that. Alright, got them all wired up. Of course, I forgot the heat shrink on this one, but it's fine. The butt connector itself is a heat shrink, so it's just a double thing. So anyway, I got them all hooked up. And now just a sound test before I fully mount it. I'll get on to some SoundCloud and hear some sound already. They're both producing sound. Let's mount them up real quick. So there they are, roughly installed. I got them mounted up. I just need to hide the wires, make it look really nice, but like I said, I forgot my zip ties, so when I get back I'll put those in and then I'll do a final look around. But overall, I mean, it does exactly what I wanted. I can have it facing inside whenever I'm driving, so that I can have, you know, the full sound of my stereo. And when I'm parked and camping or at a coffee event, you can turn them out and have some nice ambient music playing outdoors. Of course, you can't just run your stereo from your battery, or you might end up with a flat, dead battery by the time you leave. So I have this solar panel trickle charger. Let me show you how it works. But first, I know you probably want a sound test, so let's turn it up a little bit. There's actually a little bit of distortion at that volume. I did have it up pretty high, like 25, which I don't usually play it that loud, but also all the power is going to these two speakers, so whenever I'm like at a campsite, I'm not gonna have it blasting, it's gonna be quiet, and when I'm driving, it'll be all 4 speakers, so I won't have to turn it up that loud. But yeah, you could hear some distortion at that volume, which it wasn't extremely loud, so something to consider. I wonder if it's possible to separate the housing of these and replace the speakers inside, do something a little beefier, but that's for a different video. Let's get into this right here. So this is pretty simple, and it's similar to something like Cascade Off-Road, I think it is. They sell a solar panel that is fit perfectly for this Jeep, and it's 80 watts and it connects to the battery. It hard mounts, so it's not coming off, it sticks to the hood, and it's like $500 or $600, and this was like 30 bucks on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description, but it's also only 10 watts. So on full sun, you know, you might get 10 watts, and I don't know, will that be enough to power the stereo? The stereo won't ever be too loud at camp, but it'll be interesting to see. Now obviously it's gonna help a little bit. It's not gonna leave me with a dead battery. It should charge it up and probably equal out the power that's being drawn. But anyway, it is this panel here. You can see it's a really thin panel. It's got a controller on the back and a regular solar port thing here. And then it comes with multiple connections. So you have a cigarette lighter, which this doesn't work for most vehicles. I mean, you can't really charge your vehicle from the cigarette port. But it also comes with some terminal attachments and some clamp attachments that you just put on the battery. So also some suction cups so that it can suction to the hood. So let me show you what it looks like on the hood. So this is it when it's installed. It'll just be connected to the battery, and it has a bunch of protections against reverse polarization or overdraw. So I'll be able to play my music and the battery will be good. Music, super important for camping, and this does the trick. Check them out at the link in the description. Speakers are in, wiring cleaned up. Looks nice and clean now. Stay tuned and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Peace.